All right, listen to me closely because I'm going to be honest with you right out of the gate.
Yeah.
I need everyone to lower their expectations for my cognitive stability today. I am currently pissed out of my skull. I am 3, maybe 4 cans deep into this cheap, absolute swill of a beer that I found at the back of my fridge. I think it's been there since the last administration. And I'm ripping this vape like it's my primary oxygen supply.
It is certainly aromatic in here today. It smells like a brewery exploded inside a fruit salad factory.
That is the scent of strawberry, kiwi, and regret, my friend. And you know what that noise is in the background, that thrashing noise? That is the new Megadeth album. But let me tell you something about this album. It is mid. It is painfully, aggressively mid. It's like Dave Mustaine looked at the guitar and said, I guess I'll do the thing again. But here's the tragedy. I love them. I love Megadeth. I will die on the hill that Rust in Peace is the greatest piece of music ever written. But goddamn, it is frustrating when you love something so much and it just exists. It just treads water.
I feel like there's a metaphor building here that is going to be incredibly heavy-handed.
Oh, we are getting there. We are absolutely getting there. But first, you need to understand why I'm in this state. Yesterday, the bed saga.
The bed saga.
I bought this luxury bed frame online. It arrives in 3 boxes that weigh more than a small Honda Civic. I spend 6 hours, 6 actual hours yesterday wrestling with this thing. I'm talking about Allen keys that strip the screws the second you make eye contact with them. Instructions that I'm pretty sure were translated from Swedish to Klingon and then to English using Google Translate circa 2005.
Oh, the classic flat pack furniture assembly experience. It is a test of character.
It was a test of my sanity. I was sweating. I was swearing. I threw a hammer across the... Sorry about the drywall, by the way.
I noticed that, yeah.
At one point, I thought I was missing a central support bracket, and I almost sat on the floor and cried. But, and here's the kicker. Pay attention. I finished it. I put the mattress on. I laid down, and it was glorious. It was genuinely comfortable. It was solid. It didn't squeak. The misery was worth it because the foundation was good, the engineering work.
And this relates to our deep dive. Or how, exactly.
Because today we are talking about Halo, Campaign Evolved. Specifically, that 13-minute gameplay demo of the Silent Cartographer that just dropped. And watching this demo, I feel like I'm watching a developer try to assemble a bed frame, except they lost the instructions, they're using the wrong screws, and they decided to paint the wood a shiny, greasy brown because they think that makes it look modern.
Okay, let's unpack this. That is a visceral image. We have a massive stack of sources today. We are pulling from the absolute war zones that are the R Games and Rolo subreddits, the Halo Alpha Wiki, Halopedia, and we've even dug up some ancient, dusty walkthroughs from halo.bungie.org.
The sacred texts.
Exactly. Our mission today is to sift through the noise, and there is a lot of noise, to figure out what exactly Halo Campaign Evolved is. Is it a faithful remaster of one of the most iconic shooters ever made? Or is it, as the Reddit threads are affectionately calling it, corporate UE5 slop?
UE5 slop. That is such a descriptive term. It's mean, but I love it. It just rolls off the tongue.
It is evocative. We are going to look at the visuals, the audio, the gameplay mechanics, the cutscenes, and the level design itself.
So crack a beer if you have one, or don't if you value your liver. Let's dive into this mess.
Let's start with the visual presentation because that is the first thing that hits you. This project is built on Unreal Engine 5. Now, on paper, that sounds like a win. UE5 is the engine of the moment lumen lighting nanite geometry. It's supposed to be the pinnacle of fidelity.
The engine of the future. The engine that's supposed to save us all. And yet, I'm looking at this demo and I'm looking at the comments from people like Sumqueak on Reddit, and they're saying exactly what I'm thinking. It looks weird. It's this shiny realism.
Sim Creek made a really interesting point. They said, sure, reflections are nice, but at this point, I feel like the vast majority of UE5 games look the same and honestly kind of boring.
Yes, that's it. It's the default asset look. It's like every game developer bought the same starter pack. It's got that weird sheen to it.
A plasticky quality almost.
Yeah. Exactly. User XTDex called it the default we want realism look. It's technically impressive, sure. The lighting is good in a technical sense. The rocks look like wet rocks. But does it look like Halo? That's the question.
And that is the core of the debate. Deserter Dragon had a great analogy that I think nails the sentiment. They compared it to digital cameras versus film cameras.
Oh, hit me with that. I love a good analogy, especially when I'm 4 beers deep.
They said it's like digital is technically cleaner, sharper, better on paper, but film has grain. It has texture. It has a specific chemical reality to it. The original Halo, Combat Evolved had a vibe. It was colorful. It was almost cartoony in a way that aged really well because it had a strong art direction.
It had its style.
It had style, this new look. It feels like they slapped a next-gen brown-gray filter on it and called it a day.
It's the Gears of War effect all over again.
Yeah.
Remember 2006? When everything had to be brown and gritty to prove it was a game for adults?
Yeah, the desaturation era.
Negative Level 6671 pointed that out. They said they actually love that brown-gray filter, reddish lighting, textures that take seconds to load. Wait, are they being sarcastic?
I think they might be leaning into the nostalgia of the Unreal Engine 3 era, but the criticism stands for UE5 too. There is a homogeneity to it. Stuggle listed a bunch of Gameskeeper, Sparking Zero, Claire Obscure, saying they all look identical because of how the engine handles lighting and materials. It strips away the unique identity of the game.
It's like they're afraid of color. They think color means it's for kids. Halo was vibrant. It was a beautiful alien world, not some muddy trench.
Well, the argument is that this is more realistic, more grounded.
Grounded. It's a game about a 7-foot super soldier fighting purple aliens on a giant space hula hoop who is asking for it to be grounded.
That's a fair point. But it's not just the art style, is it? It's the performance. We have to talk about the stutter.
Oh God, the stutter. Nothing ruins my buzz faster than a frame drop.
Right. This is the technical elephant in the room. User Gasabongo, great name, by the way,
Excellent name. Top tier. A+.
pointed out noticeable UE5 shader comp stutter throughout this entire video.
Okay, English please. For those of us who aren't coding wizards and are currently intoxicated, break that down for me.
Essentially, when the game engine encounters a new asset or visual effect for the first time, like a specific explosion or a plasma texture, it has to compile the shader instructions for the graphics card. If it doesn't do this ahead of time, like during a loading screen, the game literally freezes for a millisecond while it does the math on the fly.
So every time a plasma grenade goes off for the first time, the game hiccups.
Potentially. It's a very common issue with Unreal Engine games, especially on PC.
That's just lazy, isn't it? Pre-compile your damn shaders.
Well, there was a debate in the comments. Frey1 argued it looked more like traversal stutter, which happens when the game is loading in new chunks of the map as you move across the terrain.
I don't care what kind of stutter it is. It's a stutter. Decimator12A7 said they've just associated UE5 with running bad or visual issues at this point.
Which is a huge problem for Epic Games, I imagine.
And Honky Motherfucker 1, Jesus, these Reddit names are out of control today, said they just assume there'll be issues when they see that engine logo. It's a brand problem.
It is a reputation. Unreal is struggling to shake. The developers have over a year to fix it, as Hot Software 9396 pointed out, but the skepticism is high because this is the vertical slice. This is the demo meant to sell us on the concept.
This is supposed to be the best case scenario.
Yeah.
And it's already janky.
And that brings us to the pop-in.
Oh, the pop-in. Let's talk about the pop-in. User Future Noir caught this. Within the first few seconds of the demo, the reveal, the big, look at our shiny game moment, you can see trees and terrain popping into existence in the background.
Those are asset streaming issues. The engine isn't loading the high detail models fast enough, so you see a low quality version first, and then the detailed one just appears.
That's embarrassing. You had one job, show a video. You aren't playing this live on a potato PC. This is your marketing material.
It's pre-recorded footage, exactly. It should be perfect.
If you can't make the trees stay put in the trailer, what is the game going to run like? It's like when I was building that bed, and I realized one of the pre-drilled holes was off by ½ an inch. You just look at it and go, really? You had a machine do this, and you still fucked it up.
It does speak to a lack of polish, or perhaps rushing to get the demo out for a showcase.
I don't care. Don't show it if it's not ready.
Well, Deserter Dragon also mentioned that sequences with lots of assets placed en masse look like a Grimod map.
Ouch. Gary's mod. That is a scathing insult in 2026. What does that even mean in this context?
It implies a lack of artistic cohesion. Like they just dragged and dropped Tree Model 04 500 times and called it a jungle. It feels procedural rather than handcrafted. There's no deliberate placement, no artistry to the environment.
Content. It's just assets filling a space. Corporate UE5 slop. I'm telling you, that phrase is going to stick. But okay, visuals are one thing. I can forgive some pop-in if the game feels right, if the soul is there. But the audio is where I started getting genuinely angry, like throwing things angry.
The soul argument comes up heavily here, and it starts with the voice acting.
Where is the soul? Where is it? Let's talk about the voice acting, because what the hell happened?
This is a major point of contention. Several users, including the Worstier and Trentwall, suspect that the dialogue, specifically Fohammer and the Marines, sounds off.
Off is polite. They said it sounds like generative AI or a primary school teacher robot voice. It's completely flat.
Now, we don't have confirmation that it's AI, but the fact that fans can't tell the difference or that it sounds flat enough to be AI is a huge problem.
It's a Turing test failure for acting. I listened to it. I blasted it over the Megadeth solo. It sounds lifeless. The original Four-Hammer voice actress, Carol Raleigh, she sounded gritty. She sounded like a pilot dropping into a hot LZ with plasma fire all around her.
Touchdown! Hit it, Marines! It had punch. It had gravel.
It had urgency.
Yes. This new version, it sounds like someone reading a menu at a drive-thru. Welcome to Halo, please exit the vehicle. There's no emotion. Future Noir noted that they re-recorded the lines and expressed shock at how stilted they sound compared to the 20-year-old originals. Usually you re-record to get better fidelity and performance. Here the fidelity is higher, but the performance is sterile.
Exactly. If you're going to replace the Mona Lisa, don't replace it with a Xerox of a Xerox. What was the point? Why pay a new actor to do a worse job?
It's possible the original recordings were low quality and couldn't be upscaled, but the direction for the new performance seems to have missed the mark entirely.
They missed the whole damn barn. And then there are the weapons.
Yes, the sound design. User Amatsua was very specific here. They claimed it sounds like a Call of Duty developer was told to make it modern.
That is exactly what it sounds like. The assault rifle. The iconic MA5B. In the original, that thing sounded like a chainsaw. It sounded like you were shredding the air. It was chunky.
It had a very distinct low-frequency growl to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It sounds like a staple gun. PT, PTT, PT, PT, PTT. Where's the meat? Where's the bass? It's all treble and no balls.
Nordland did try to play devil's advocate, asking if people were listening on phone speakers where the bass is missing.
I'm listening on studio headphones. There's no bass to be found.
And the consensus seems to be that the sound profile has shifted from heavy sci-fi to generic kinetic shooter. They've prioritized clarity over impact, which is a common trend in modern mixing.
I hate it. I want my ears to bleed when I fire a gun in Halo. It should sound dangerous. This sounds efficient and boring.
It's a very different philosophy of sound design, for sure.
And the elites. The Sankylie. Don't even get me started on what they did to the elites.
The language debate. This was a big one.
Wort. It's iconic. It's one of those recognizable sound bites in gaming history. Why did they take it away?
In the demo, the elites are speaking English. Grandson of Ferrothorn 1 was lamenting this, saying they missed the alien mystery.
It sucks. It sucks so hard when an elite yells wort or blarg honk. It's terrifying because you don't know what they're saying. They're alien zealots. They're this incomprehensible fanatical force.
The unknowable other.
Yes. When they shout, flank him, or the diamond is here. In perfect English, they're just dudes. They're just dudes in rubber suits. There's no mystery, no terror.
It removes the otherness of the enemy. It humanizes them, which ironically makes them less compelling as a force of nature.
Exactly. It turns them into generic bad guys from any other shooter.
To be fair, A115115 pointed out that Halo 4 and 5 had English-speaking Covenant, so it's not unprecedented for 343 industries.
Yeah, and people hated it then too. That's my point.
Yeah.
Why do they keep doubling down on the stuff people hate? It's like me listening to this Megadeth album. I keep hoping the next track will be Holy Wars, but it's just more mid-tempo radio rock. Stop trying to modernize things that worked because they weren't like everything else.
You're getting worked up again. Take a sip of the swill.
I'm good. It's frustrating. It feels like they don't understand their own source material.
Well, let's see if that feeling continues. Let's talk gameplay. Because if the gameplay's good, maybe we can ignore the robot voices and the staple gun AR.
Maybe. That's a big maybe.
Well, buckle up, because we are entering the sprint controversy.
Oh, God. Sprint. Why does it always come back to sprint? Of course they added sprint.
The demo confirms that Master Chief can sprint. Now, the developers have promised you can disable it. Silvery Death quoted the devs. Oh, and you can sprint now if you'd like, or disable it if you don't.
Okay, that sounds fine, right? Choice is good. I could just turn it off and play it the right way.
In theory. But the Void Dragon makes the counter argument that is crucial here. If a developer puts a sprint in a game, they design the levels around sprint. They stretch out the corridors, they make the open spaces bigger so that sprinting feels necessary.
Oh no.
So if you disable it, you're just walking slowly through a map that's too big for you, the pacing is completely thrown off.
Exactly. You end up feeling like a snail. The game feels broken because you're playing it the wrong way, even though it's the original way.
It's a classic trap in remakes. You can't just add a mechanic like that in a vacuum. It changes the fundamental design of the game's encounters and traversal.
And look, I get it. Modern shooters have strength. But Master Chief is a Spartan. He is a walking tank. He shouldn't be sprinting like a track star. He should be moving at a constant, terrifying speed. His base speed should be fast. That's the whole point of the original's movement.
The so-called golden triangle of guns, grenades, and melee was balanced around a very specific movement speed. Adding sprint disrupts that balance.
And the animations. Peter Griffin had a hilarious observation about the animations. They said Chief's hands and movements seemed too dainty for a 1,000-pound Spartan.
Dainty is a funny word for it.
It is. He specifically referenced a moment where the needler overheats and Chief shakes his hand, like, ouchie, my hand is hot.
Right, I saw that. He sort of flicks his wrists.
He's wearing Mjolnir armor. That suit costs billions of dollars. It has energy shielding. It can survive re-entry from orbit. Why is he shaking his hand like he touched a hot stove?
It's a small detail, but it breaks the power fantasy.
It's these little details that kill the immersion. It makes him feel like a guy in cosplay, not a super soldier.
Speaking of immersion, the HUD. There was a moment of panic regarding the motion tracker.
They moved it to the top right. Blasphemy. I saw that and I almost threw my beer at the screen.
It was shown in the top right, which is a break from 25 years of tradition. However, OU-812-ER and Master Chief 69
Thanks.
confirmed from the HCS community stage that the HUD is fully customizable. You can move it back to the bottom left.
Thank fuck for that. Okay, 1 point for them, a very small, grudging point. If I had to relearn looking at the top right after 25 years of muscle memory, I would have thrown my controller through the TV.
So that crisis was averted, but there is one change you can't customize away.
Oh, here we go.
The assault rifle magazine size.
Don't get me started.
You don't.
It's down to 32 rounds.
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. The MA5B has 60 rounds. 60. It's a bullet hose. That's the point. You walk into a room of grunts and you just hold the trigger down until everyone stops moving.
It was designed for crowd control. Yes. 32 rounds. That's an SMG.
Yeah.
That's a battle rifle without the burst. Why? Why change that? What problem does that solve?
Matsuo, the same user who complained about the sound, noted that it feels like they're balancing it for a modern sandbox rather than preserving the power fantasy of the original, maybe for multiplayer balance.
They're balancing the fun out of it. That's what they're doing. The original campaign wasn't about perfect balance. It was about making you feel like a god. A 32-round AR does not make me feel like a god.
It definitely changes the function of the weapon in the sandbox.
It neuters it. Let's shift gears before I have an aneurysm. What about the story? Yeah, the cutscenes. They can't mess that up, can they? It's the same story.
Well, they've added to them. Let's call it cinematic bloat.
Oh, great.
We analyzed the opening cutscene, the landing on the beach. In the original, it's efficient, punchy, touchdown, hit it, Marines, boom, you're playing.
It's perfect. No wasted time.
In this new version, there's a lot more action. Foehammer is using a chain gun on the side of the Pelican to provide cover fire. There are more camera angles, more shots of Marines getting ready.
It's fluff. Crimson Alon nailed this. They said the new cuts consist of random camera angles that don't convey a coherent narrative. It's just look, action, explosion, camera shake.
It's a lot of style without the same substance. Trooper Dykes 3117 agreed, calling it cutscene for the sake of cutscene. They missed the economical storytelling. Bungie was very good at showing you just enough and then letting you play. This feels like they're trying to be a movie.
And failing. Because the original had better cinematography. The shot composition in original Halo is iconic for a reason. It was deliberate. This just looks like generic action movie coverage.
There's that fan-made trailer that Numian linked, which a lot of people felt captured the tone better than the official demo.
That's just sad. When the fans get it more than the studio.
And Arrestar brought up a great point about the uncanny valley of remixing.
Uncanny valley of remixing. I like that. What does it mean?
Right. Remixing, but not remixing enough. The idea is that if you change some things but are constrained by the old animations or the old timing, it feels wrong. It doesn't feel like the original, but it also doesn't feel new and coherent. It's stuck in the middle.
It's a Frankenstein's monster.
Exactly. Arasatar compared it to the Halo 3, the Covenant intro, which flows perfectly. This new intro feels like it's fighting itself. It's trying to be two things at once and succeeding at neither.
It's like when I was building that bed. I tried to use my own screwdriver because the one they gave me was trash.
Here we go.
But the screws were some weird proprietary size, so my good screwdriver didn't fit quite right, and I stripped the head. They're trying to use new tools on old blueprints into stripping the screws.
That's actually a surprisingly apt analogy.
I have my moments, especially the beers. It's just a fundamental misunderstanding of the source material's strengths.
Let's talk about the level itself, the Silent Cartographer. Why this level? Why show this one off?
Because it's the JO, the B30. This is widely considered one of the best levels in FPS history, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And the reason is the sandbox. We looked at the old Bungie.org walkthroughs. The freedom is incredible. You land on the beach and you can go left, you can go right, you can assault the main entrance or try to find a side path.
You can drive the Warhog into the ocean, which, by the way, has an invisible wall, but you don't drown. I wonder if they kept that. Probably not. That's too much fun.
But the non-linearity is key. You can tackle objectives in a different order. You can trigger the security override first to stop the main door from locking, for instance.
It was a true player-driven experience.
Yeah.
And it's the level that really sold people on Halo in the first place, wasn't it? The original demo.
It was. It perfectly encapsulated what made Halo special. Vehicle combat, infantry combat, open spaces, tight corridors, and player choice.
Which brings us to the glitches, the fun stuff, the door skip glitch.
The Warhog door jam, the stuff of speedrunning legend.
For the uninitiated, explain this holy rite of passage.
In the original game, there's a door that locks to force you to go into the interior, fight the hunters, and find a security panel. It's a big sequence. But if you time it just right, you can ram the Warthog into the door as it's closing, and you can either glitch straight through it or jam it open and just walk past.
And skip the entire shafted section, which, let's be honest, is a great name for a section of a level. And also might be how the fan base is feeling right now.
Indeed. The question is, will this work in the remake? Will they preserve the glitches that became part of the game's culture?
The devs claimed that legacy code is running under the hood, so in theory, the physics glitches might still be there.
Murenal Kaz quoted a developer saying, all of the new content is layered on top of code and systems carried directly over from the original games.
So it's a skin. It's a very expensive, stuttery brown skin.
Well, it's a simulation running underneath a rendering engine. But this raises a problem we talked about with the cutscenes. If the new cutscenes are longer, or the geometry is slightly different because of the UE5 slop assets, does the glitch still work? Or does the new fluff break the old tricks?
Oh, man. If I can't jam a Warthog into a door and break the game sequence, is it even Halo? CE. That's the real question. That's a deal breaker.
It speaks to the philosophy of the remake. Are they preserving the game, bugs and all, or just the idea of the game?
They're preserving the IP. That's what they're doing. They're managing a brand. They're making sure it's sanitized and marketable.
Which brings us to the community sentiment. We've touched on it, but let's look at the macro view. Is Halo dead? Is this the final nail in the coffin?
Perfect Base 3989 certainly thinks so. And I'm quoting here. They said the franchise has negative vision and called for Microsoft to shit-can everyone at 343. But fair. Look, I'm pissed. I'm pissed about my beer. I'm pissed about Megadeth. And I'm pissed about this. It feels like corporate slop. It feels like a product designed by a committee who looked at a spreadsheet of things people like and tried to assemble them without the instructions. There's no passion here.
It's a very common sentiment, the feeling that the developers don't love the source material. They just have a job to do.
Right. They're just clocking in and clocking out.
However, we have to balance this. There are hopefuls. It's not all negative. User Tyrannosaur said, I'm not exactly shocked by some of the comments. It definitely has the same vibe. The art style looks great. They think it looks fun.
There's always one. There's always someone who will drink the Kool-Aid.
Well, it's subjective. Some people might genuinely like the new look. Beermit and Calpoo also chimed in. They're interested. But the price point is the sticking point. They're saying, I won't pay $70, maybe $30, or I'll wait for Game Pass.
And that's the reality of modern gaming.
Yeah.
$70 for a remake of a 25-year-old game that looks like a tech demo? Get out of here.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Especially when the original is already available in the Master Chief Collection.
Which works, mostly.
The comparison to other remakes is damning. You brought it up before. Look at Dead Space or Resident Evil 4.
Dead Space was incredible. A masterclass in how to do a remake.
Those remakes were praised because they were faithful to the core experience, but innovated in ways that made sense. They improved the lighting and audio to build tension. They tweaked the mechanics to feel modern but still heavy. They added content that felt like it belonged.
They understood the assignment.
Exactly. This feels like change for the sake of change.
The Void Dragon said exactly that. Changes for the sake of making changes. It's like they felt they had to do something to justify the budget, so they just messed with stuff that wasn't broken, like the AR mag size.
It creates this feeling of distrust. The community feels like the custodians of the franchise don't actually understand what made it great.
They don't. It's clear they don't.
So as we wrap this up, where do we land? What's the final takeaway from this 13-minute mess?
Here's my verdict. And the beer's definitely talking now, but I'm standing by it. It looks like a tech demo made by people who didn't understand why the first one was cool. They understood that it had Master Chief and warthogs and aliens, but they didn't understand the vibe. They didn't understand the mystery, the combat puzzle, the crunchy audio, the specific pacing.
It lacks the auteur touch of the original Bungie team. It feels like a cover band playing the hits, but they're slightly out of tune.
It's mid. It is the Megadeth album of video games.
Yeah.
It's loud, it's shiny, it's technically proficient, but it has no soul. It's just there.
And unlike the bed you built,
Unlike the bed, that's the perfect way to bring it back. When I built that bed, through all the swearing and the misery, I knew what the result was supposed to be. I had a picture. I had a goal. It was a good bed. And my hard work resulted in a good bed. These guys, it looks like they lost the instructions halfway through and just started gluing generic Unreal Engine assets together, hoping it would look like a Halo level. At least when I built the bed, I knew what the fuck the end result was supposed to be. These guys look like they lost the instructions.
that is a depressing thought for a multi-million-dollar project.
It is. So here's a question for you, listener, and I want you to really think about this while I crack my fifth beer. If the old code is running underneath, if the simulation is the same, and the new graphics just look like generic Unreal Engine assets, are we just paying $70 for a glorified mod?
That's a provocative way to put it.
And honestly, would you rather just play the original with a 4K texture pack? Because right now, sitting here listening to this mediocre thrash metal and drinking this garbage beer, I think I'd take the texture pack.
I think a lot of people would agree with you.
All right. I'm done. My head hurts. I'm going to go listen to Rest in Peace and pretend it's 1990 again. Stay pissed, stay curious, and for fuck's sake, don't pre-order.
Goodbye, everyone.
Peace. Okay. Okay, stop moving the table. Is the little red light on? I seriously can't tell if it's blinking or if that's just my astigmatism acting up again.
It's on. You're fine. Just try not to knock it over this time.
Okay, we are live or recorded, whatever. Welcome back to the deep dive, or as I've been corrected loudly by the staff here, we are calling it the deep drink tonight.
Ugh. Please don't call it that.
Because folks, let's be honest with ourselves. It is Wednesday, January 28th, 2026. The world is, doing whatever the hell the world is doing outside these doors, but inside. Mm-hmm. Inside this bar, we are diving. We are diving so deep. I think I'm getting the bends.
You're not getting the bend, you're getting liver failure. And seriously, don't call it the deep drink. It sounds like a bad euphemism for something that happens in a frat house basement.
Fine.
But yes, we are here. We have
papers.
A stack of research. It's a literal mountain of nerd crap. Halopedia printouts, Reddit threads printed on actual paper, which, it feels like a crime against trees.
It really does.
Steam community forums. And I think I spilled my IPA on the section about vehicle physics, so if I start making up words, just blame the hops.
Blame the hops. That's going to be the title of my memoir. But listen to me. We have a mission today.
We always do.
We always have a mission. Usually it's to make you smarter. Today the mission is to survive recalling the trauma of Halo. Combat Evolved. Specifically, the level Assault on the Control Room.
Oh, God.
You know the one? Don't act like you don't know it. The snowy one.
Yeah, I know it.
The one that goes on for, 6 years. The one that makes you question your life choices. It is the longest, most repetitive, soul-crushing piece of level design in video game history.
It really is.
And we are going to unpack it. Every icy bridge, every identical room, every moment of rage.
It's not just long, Euphilocene. It is a study in architectural gaslighting.
Gaslighting, yes.
It is a masterpiece of copy-paste. We're going to talk about the plot, if you can call it walking down the hallway a plot. We're going to talk about the absolute hell of the gameplay. We're going to talk about the glitches that the speedrunners use because even they can't stand to play the level properly.
I don't blame them.
And we are definitely going to talk about the idiots on Reddit who can't fly banshees.
Those fucking idiots. I love them. I love them so much. But let's start at the beginning. The very, very beginning. The drop.
Right.
You are Master Chief.
Yeah.
You are 7 feet of green armored death. And you are riding shotgun in a Pelican dropship with Echo 419.
Kill him.
A girl.
Your girl. She's a voice actor. She was a voice actor reading lines in a booth in 2001. but okay, you're Earl.
She drops you off on this platform. It's freezing, it's snowing, the wind is howling, and can I just say, the sound design for 2001,
It's good. It holds up.
incredible. But she drops you off and she says, "This is as far as I can go," and then she just leaves.
Well, yeah.
She just bails.
Think about the logistics of that for a second. This is as far as I can go. Why? Carol, you are in a flying spaceship. I have legs. I am walking. You can fly over the damn canyon. Why are you dropping me off at the bottom of the structure so I have to walk up? It's unions. I swear to God, it's the UNSC Pilots Union. Sorry, Chief. Union rules say I can't fly past this specific polygon.
It's abandonment.
Yeah.
That's what it is. She kicks you out into the cold. And what's the first thing you do?
Oh, yeah. The grunt.
You walk into a door, a Forerunner door, and there's a grunt, a little sleeping grunt,
Yeah.
just snoozing on the job.
He's having a nice nap.
And you, the hero of humanity, you walk up behind him, whack, you murder him in his sleep.
It establishes the tone. You aren't a soldier. You are a janitor.
You're an exterminator.
You are cleaning up the mess. But look at the transcript we have here. Look at Cortana. We need to talk about Cortana in this level because she is. She is on something.
She is tripping. She absolutely is.
She says, and I quote, "The Covenant presence here is stronger than I anticipated."
Stronger than she anticipated. Cortana, baby, sweetie. It's a video game. If the Covenant presence wasn't strong, it would be a walking simulator. It would be Master Chief walks to the store. Of course they're bad guys. You were supposed to be the smartest AI in existence, a clone of Dr. Halsey's brain, and your tactical analysis is, uh-oh, they're bad guys here.
It's the exposition dump. It's clumsy. But
Yeah.
then she gets philosophical, and this is where I want to punch the screen.
Oh, God, the weather.
She starts talking about the weather. She says, "Interesting. The weather patterns here seem natural, not artificial."
Who cares? Who fucking cares if the snow is natural? It's cold, it's wet, it's getting in my visor.
No, wait. It gets worse. She wonders if the environmental systems are malfunctioning or, and I quote, "if the designers wanted the installation to have inclement weather."
If the designers wanted the installation to have inclement weather, who talks like that?
Nobody.
Who uses the phrase inclement weather in a combat zone? Just say, "It's snowing, you blue, transparent know-it-all."
You're missing the layer here, the meta layer. She's breaking the fourth wall. She's talking about the game designers. She's talking about Bungie. It's a wink to the camera. She's asking if Jason Jones and the team at Bungie wanted it to snow.
That's stupid. That is so incredibly stupid. It's not deep, it's pretentious.
It's a little pretentious.
A sophomore philosophy major wrote the dialogue after 2 bong rips. Whoa, man. Like, do the designers want it to rain? Yes, because it looks cool. That's it.
I think it's charming in a we don't know how to write realistic dialogue yet kind of way, but let's move to the tragedy, the real tragedy of this level. Fireteam Zulu.
Oh, God. Fireteam Zulu. I need a drink for this. Okay. So the Marines, you find them, they're pinned down,
Yep.
and they request immediate assistance.
Does anyone copy? Over. It's desperate. It's harrowing.
And Cortana, again, being a total pessimist, says, "I didn't think there were any human forces left." She has zero faith.
None.
But we find them. We save them. And the sergeant, that glorious pixelated sergeant, he says they gave it their best shot, but they didn't count on running into the biggest squad of Marine badasses in the Corps.
And then they immediately get run over by a ghost.
No. Shut up. They were heroes. The source says, right here in the transcript, they gave it their damn.
They did.
They fought hard,
Yep.
and then we just leave them there. Or they die.
They almost always die. That's the reality of Halo, CEAI. The Marines aren't soldiers. They are ablative armor.
That's so cynical.
They are meat shields. You give them a sniper rifle, they shoot a rock. You give them a rocket launcher, they blow you up. Fireteam Zulu isn't a squad, it's a liability.
No.
It's a group of suicidal lemmings dressed in green armor.
You're heartless. You are absolutely heartless. When that one Marine says, "Oh, crap, let's get the hell out of here, man. Somebody call the dropship." I feel that in my soul. I am that Marine. I am sitting in this bar looking at this empty glass thinking, somebody call the dropship.
Well, we can't call the dropship yet. We haven't even reached the control room. We have to fast forward through the snow, through the tunnels, through the pain, to the end cutscene, the big reveal.
The control room, it's iconic. It really is. You walk onto that glass bridge. the holographic map of the ring, Halo, basis, threshold. It's all spinning. It's beautiful.
It is the visual peak of the game. And Cortana plugs in. She inserts her chip into the... Well, let's not get Freud involved here. She plugs into the terminal.
Yeah.
And she goes absolutely insane.
He loses it. She's like a kid on sugar.
Yeah.
So much knowledge. It's glorious. She's high on data. She is absolutely wasted on Forerunner Wikipedia.
And Master Chief, he's just standing there like a confused bouncer asking, so what sort of weapon is it?
Such a simple question.
And here is the argument. The great semantic debate of 2552. Cortana snaps at him. She yells, "This ring isn't a cudgel, you barbarian."
Okay, hold on. Let's unpack this insult. A cudgel. She calls him a barbarian for thinking it's a cudgel.
Yeah.
But what is Halo? It kills everything in the galaxy. It wipes out all sentient life. That sounds pretty damn blunt to me. That is the definition of a blunt instrument.
No, you're thinking like a grunt. A cudgel is a club. You bash things with it. It's primitive. Halo is a sophisticated sterilization device. It's radiation. It's a scalpel that removes the infection being us. She's offended because he's reducing this complex, hyper-advanced piece of technology to a big stick.
But effectively, it is a big stick. If I drop a nuke on a city, I don't say, oh, this isn't a bomb, it's a rapid urban renewal device. No. It's a weapon.
You might if you were a politician.
Chief is right. She's just being a snob.
Oh, look at me. I'm an AI. I know big words like cudgel.
She's realizing the horror of it. That's the shift. She goes from this is glorious to, oh, fuck, in 10 seconds.
Yep.
She sees the red data, the flood.
Yeah.
She realizes Captain Keyes is about to open the weapons cache, which is actually just a horror movie waiting to happen.
And she screams, "The captain! We've got to stop the captain!"
Yeah.
And Chief, poor dumb Chief. He's like, he's
so confused. He's so confused. He's thinking, wait, I thought we were winning. I thought we were getting a gun. And she just yells, run, before it's too late.
And he just goes.
And he books it. He doesn't ask why. He doesn't ask for a map. He just runs. Run, you green idiot. Go save the old man from the popcorn zombies.
It is a great twist, I'll give you that. It flips the whole game on its head, but, and this is a big but, to get to that moment, you have to play through the slog.
Ugh,
Part 2 of our outline, the level design.
The slog. The endless slog. The source, Halopedia, notes that this is the 5th and longest campaign level. Longest.
It feels like it.
It feels like an eternity. I was reading this thread on Reddit earlier from a user named Bongo9123. Bongo, my brother in Christ, I feel your pain.
What did our friend Bongo say?
Bongo posted, just me that thinks Assault on the Control Room is a bad level. And he goes on to call it vehicle hell and complains about the copy-pasted Forerunner buildings.
Bongo is a prophet. He is speaking the gospel truth. Let's talk about the architecture. The sacred geometry, it's bullshit.
Total bullshit.
It's laziness disguised as aesthetic. You walk into a room, it's octagonal. It has a bridge in the middle. You kill the Covenant, you go out a door, you cross a bridge, you go into another door, and guess what?
It's the same room.
It is the exact same room. They just rotated it. Or maybe they didn't even rotate it, they just spawned you at a different door.
It's gaslighting.
It is. The developers are gaslighting you into thinking you're making progress, but you're just running in a goddamn hamster wheel.
And the bridges, the repeating bridges. How many chasms does this canyon have? And why do they all need identical 2-lane bridges made of hard light and glass?
Who is the civil engineer for this Halo ring?
Hey, I got a great design for a bridge.
Okay, we need 50 of them.
Okay, should I vary them?
No.
C-T-R-L-C, C-T-R-L-O-V. We have a deadline.
It's insane.
It's not just laziness, it's hardware. We have to be fair to the ancient tech of 2001. The original Xbox had, 64 megabytes of RAM?
64? My toaster has more processing power than that. They couldn't load a unique 10-mile level. They had to build modules, like Lego bricks. Room A connects to Bridge B, and they just shuffled the deck.
So we're walking through a memory buffer. We're not even in a real place.
Basically, you aren't exploring a world. You're exploring a limitation of the hardware. It's a looped memory trick.
Wow.
But the psychological effect, the Tetris effect of seeing the same gray corridors over and over, it breaks your brain. You start to hallucinate. Didn't I just kill that elite? Yes, you did, 5 minutes ago. But now he's back, and he's purple.
It's maddening. But, and here's the redeeming factor.
The toys.
The vehicles, the toys. This is the first level where you get the Scorpion tank.
The tank is the apology. The developers knew the level was trash, so they gave you a tank to say, I'm sorry.
And I accept their apology. The Scorpion. Tank beats everything. You get in that thing and suddenly the slog doesn't matter. You see a wraith. That big purple mortar tank, boom, gone. You see a hunter, that big worm colony thing, squish. It's pure power.
The Wraith Hunter achievement. Destroy 4 Wraiths with the Scorpion.
4. I destroyed 400. There are so many of them. It's a parking lot. It's like rush hour on the 405, but everyone has plasma cannons.
And you are the king of the road.
I am. Until the Marines try to help.
Oh, God. The Marines and the tank. A match made in hell.
You're driving this 60-ton war machine, right? And the Marines are like, hey, can I ride on the side? And you turn slightly, just a grunacy. Betrayal? You just turn Private Jenkins into paste.
And then the other Marines turn on you. He's gone crazy. Take him down.
And suddenly you're fighting the Covenant in your own squad because the AI is too stupid to not stand in front of a moving tank. It's a tragedy. Every single time. But let's talk about the mistakes, because even with the copy-paste, they screwed up. The expert, that's you, the one pretending to be sober, you pointed out the Pelican wreckage.
Yes. The Pelican wreckage. So you know how we said Foehammer is flying around, dropping off warthogs and being useless?
Yeah.
Well, near the second group of Marines, there is a crashed Pelican, burning wreckage. And if you look at the texture, if you zoom in, it has Echo 419 written on the side.
No way.
It's the same ship. Canonically, Foehammer is in the air, but physically, she is crashed on the ground.
Oh, that's scandal.
It's a reused asset. The developers were lazy fucks. They needed a crashed ship, so they just took the Foehammer model, crumpled it up like a beer can, and threw it on the map. But they didn't change the call sign.
So, multiverse. Are there 2 Foehammers? Is this a BioShock Infinite thing? There's always a lighthouse, there is always a Pelican.
No, we have a deadline and we don't get paid enough to retexture this thing. It breaks the immersion, if you notice it.
Which you won't.
Which you won't, because you're too busy trying not to run over your own teammates.
In the sound. The glass bridge sound. This one kills me.
Explain it. I want to hear this.
Okay, so you're in the tank. You drive over that bridge in the cavern. The bridge is solid. It looks like metal or hard light or whatever. But when the tank treads, roll over it,
Yeah.
it sounds like you're driving over broken light bulbs.
It's the wrong Foley effect. Someone in the sound department dragged the wrong file into the folder. Surface bridge metal. Nah, let's use surface glass shatter. Why?
I don't know.
Does the tank weigh nothing? Is the bridge made of crystal?
Maybe it's artistic. Maybe it represents the fragility of the Covenant's faith.
You are reaching so hard you're gonna dislocate your shoulder. It's a glitch. A bug. A mistake.
Speaking of mistakes, let's talk about the players, the community, the poor souls who try to play this game.
Oh, this is my favorite part.
We pulled some comments. First up, from the Steam community discussions. User, Kamikaze9. Kamikaze with 2 Z's and a 9. That tells you everything you need to know.
Read it. Give it the emotion it deserves.
Okay, literally stuck on crossing bridge. I'm about to never play this stupid fucking game again.
He's breaking. The level broke him.
He continues. A big brute keeps beating him to the Banshee.
Stop right there. A big brute.
That's what he wrote. A big brute.
There are no brutes in Halo CE, you absolute moron, you uncultured swine. Brutes Uralhana do not appear until Halo 2.
Gone down.
That is an elite. A Sang Haile. He's wearing armor, he has a split jaw. He does not look like a monkey. How drunk do you have to be to confuse an elite with a brute? I mean, I'm currently seeing double, and even I know the difference.
He's confused. He's angry. He says he only has 1 rocket and a plasma pistol. 1 rocket.
1.
How do you get to the end of the longest level in the game with 1 rocket to eat the others?
He's clearly bad at the game. He's been wasting ammo shooting walls. And the replies? Oh, the replies are ruthless. User Phalax. Oh, this is cold.
What did Phalax say? Say it?
Sir, are you sure you're old enough to be playing M-rated games?
Ooh. The burn. The disrespect. Are you sure you're old enough? That is the polite way of saying, go back to Roblox, kid.
That man has a family.
Probably not. Actually, he's probably 12. But still.
And then user Ontayo just replies with, good luck. Just good luck.
It's even colder.
Like, you're screwed, buddy. There is no hope for you.
But it's not just Steam. Reddit. Oh, Reddit. The hive mind. There's a thread titled, Assault on the Control Room, Help Please. User Elhan Ruto.
Let me guess. He's lost?
He says, I've got the Scorpion tank, but when I go down the tunnel, the door won't open. What am I doing wrong?
The door won't open? Oh no.
The top comment is, press the switch next to the door.
Of course it is.
And Elhan Ruto replies, I did not see that. Thank you.
It's a switch. It has a bright green holographic light. It is blinking. It is making a humming noise. It is the only interactive object in the room.
How do you miss it?
How do you miss the Switch? Do these people play with their monitors turned off? Do they play with blindfolds? This is why we can't have nice things. This is why shampoo bottles have instructions.
Lather, rinse, repeat. Just like the level, repeat. But wait. We have to be fair. Playing this level drunk,
Yeah.
like us, brings on a special kind of blindness. The drunk Halo paradox.
True. Look at this other Reddit post. User asks how long the level takes. So one guy replies, I was fucking around for around an hour and playing drunk, lol. But still 4 hours.
Oh, hours.
Yeah.
4 hours to beat one level. That is masochism.
But that's us.
That's us right now. We have been talking about this for an hour and we haven't even finished the drink. Playing drunk makes you miss the switches. It makes you drive the tank off the cliff.
It explains the confusion. Maybe Kamikaze9 was drunk. Maybe he saw a brute because he was hallucinating.
Maybe we are hallucinating. Is this bar even real? Is this microphone just a bottle of ketchup?
Don't get existential on me. We have to talk about the cheaters, the smart people, the speedrunners.
The geniuses.
Because this level is so long and so repetitive and so broken, people found ways to skip it.
The glitches. I love glitches. Tell me about the bridge descent.
The level deload. Okay, listen closely, because this is where it gets technical. And by technical, I mean stupidly brilliant. You know that first bridge?
The one with the sleeping grunts.
Yes. Instead of crossing it, you jump off.
You die. End of story.
No. If you slide down the cliff face, if you hit the geometry at the right angle, the physics engine gets confused.
Ow.
It calculates fall damage based on vertical velocity upon impact. But if you are sliding, if you are surfing down the polygon, the game thinks you are walking. So you hit the bottom of the canyon alive.
Okay, so you're at the bottom. But isn't there a ton of enemies down there?
That's the magic, the level deload. The game uses trigger volumes, invisible boxes. When you walk through a hallway, you walk through a box that tells the game, hey, load the enemies in the next area.
Oh, I see where this is going.
But because you jumped off the bridge,
Yeah.
you missed the box. You bypass the trigger.
Schrodinger's covenant.
Exactly. If you don't observe the elite, does he exist? No. The game doesn't load them. You walk through the entire level empty. No wraiths, no banshees, no nothing. It's a ghost town. It's eerie. It's just you in the snow. You skip the entire war.
That sounds peaceful. And boring. But peaceful.
It's the pacifist run.
But what about the Banshee Steel? This one sounds more my speed. Reddit user XOSex Hawkins badass name says, use a rock to knock a Banshee over.
Use our rock. He means rocket launcher. If he's throwing rocks at a banshee, he's a caveman. But yes, the banshee grab.
So what happens?
So typically an elite runs for the banshee to fly and kill you. But if you are fast and you have a rocket, you shoot the ground next to the banshee.
And the explosion flips it.
It flips it upside down like a turtle on its shell. And the elite, the fearsome warrior of the Covenant, he just stares at it.
He doesn't know what to do.
His AI doesn't know how to flip a vehicle. He just stands there looking at his upside down plane, probably thinking, well, fuck, there goes my deposit.
And then you run up, press X, flip it over, and go away wink.
My plane now, bitch.
Grand Theft Auto, Halo, and once you have the Banshee, you can just fly. You fly past the doors, you fly past the bridges, you fly past the intended path. You break the game completely.
You become a bird.
You become a majestic, purple, plasma-spewing bird.
I love it. I love cheating. But tell me about the one where you die, the pelican death glitch.
This is my favorite because it punishes laziness. At the very start of the level, Fohammer drops you off. If you don't get out, if you just stand in the troop bay,
What happens?
the pelican takes off. This is as far as I can go. And she flies away. But you're still inside. And the pelican flies back into the tunnel to despawn.
I know.
But the game didn't account for a player being inside the despawning ship, so the collision detection goes haywire. The pelican crashes into the wall, and you die.
So Master Chief, the savior of the universe, the demon, dies because he missed his stop.
He dies because he was loitering. It's incredible. Imagine the obituary. Here lies Spartan 117. He killed 1,000 aliens, blew up a ring world, but died because he was too awkward to exit the taxi.
Excuse me, Fohammer. I think this is my stop. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Blarg. It's perfect. It highlights that underneath the armor, it's just code.
It's just spaghetti code held together by duct tape and prayers.
Exactly. Speaking of hidden things, Easter eggs, the deep lore, the stuff Bungie hid for the true nerds,
The ones who look in every corner.
the music. Siege of Madrigal.
Oh, don't sing it, please. For the love of God, do not sing
Yeah, I
it.
have to. So if you steal the Banshee and you fly up to the specific support beam near the control room, there's a ledge, a tiny ledge. And if you stand on it, the music changes. It plays this old haunting melody.
Just hum it quietly.
Okay. Dum 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 dum.
My ears are bleeding. That is Siege of Madrigal. From Myth, an older Bungie game. It's a callback. It's beautiful. And you are butchering it. You sound like a dying elite.
I have the voice of an angel. But why put it there? Why put a song on a ledge nobody can reach without glitching?
Because they could. Because they were bored. Because Martin O'Donnell's a genius and he wanted to hide his mixtape.
Fair enough.
But the real Easter egg, the one that matters, is the Marathon connection.
Oh, no. Here we go. He's going to talk about Marathon. Nobody cares about your 90s Mac game.
It matters. Listen to me. The control room, the shape of it. If you look at the floor, it's the Marathon symbol, the circle with the Invicta inside. It's the logo.
It's a circle. Halo is a ring. Everything is round. You're seeing patterns in the clouds. You're drunk.
And Cortana in the cutscene. When she's plugging in, she shifts colors, she flashes green and yellow. That's Durandal, the chaotic AI from Marathon.
It's just a lighting effect.
She flashes blue and crimson. That's Layla. She flashes red and blue. That's Tycho.
You are reading way too much into this. She's a hologram. She's glitching. She downloaded too much porn from the Covenant internet, and now she has a virus.
It's a shared universe. It's Bungie telling us that it's all connected, the rampancy, the logic. Master Chief is the security officer reborn. Open your eyes, sheeple. The truth is out there.
You sound like a conspiracy theorist on a park bench. The AIs are connected, man. Whatever. What about the dead grunts? The 3 dead grunts?
Ah, yes. That's a grim one. There are 3 dead grunts hidden on a ledge, just lying there, in a pool of blood.
That's it. That's the egg. 3 corpses.
Yep. No funny dialogue. No weapons. Just death. It's almost artistic. It's a memento mori. Remember, you will die.
That's depressing. That's going to be us in about 20 minutes if we don't get some water. 3 dead podcasters lying under a bar table.
I am a Spartan. My liver shields are recharging. See? Fully charged.
You are not a Spartan. You are a drunk with a microphone.
Ah.
Okay, let's wrap this up. Let's bring it home. Assault on the control room. Final verdict. What have we learned?
We learned that snow is natural, not artificial. We learned that bridges are repetitive and soul-crushing.
So repetitive.
We learned that the tank beats everything except a teammate who wants a ride. And we learned that if you don't press the switch with the flashing green light, you deserve to be stuck for 4 hours.
So basically, snow, tank, bridge, zombies.
Pretty much.
And a lot of swearing at elites.
And the Banshees. Don't forget the Banshees. And the fact that we spent an hour analyzing a level that is essentially a tech demo for snow physics.
You know, despite the hate, despite the copy-paste, despite Bongo 9123,
Yep.
it was impressive. For 2001, it felt huge. You felt small.
It was ambitious. It was flawed. But it was Halo. But you know what isn't ambitious? You know what is a crime against humanity.
What?
The fact that you have to play it backwards later.
But don't remind me. Oh, my God.
2 betrayals. You have to walk through the same copy-pasted room in the opposite direction at night.
With the flood.
It's the worst. It's the developers giving you the middle finger. Hey, you like this bridge? Here it is again, but dark.
I hate 2 betrayals. I hate it with every fiber of my being. But that is a deep drink for another day.
I told you not to call it that.
A darker day. A sadder day.
Indeed. A day where we will need stronger liquor. Maybe straight vodka.
I think I'm done. I think the mission is accomplished. The control room has been assaulted. My brain cells have been assaulted.
The Covenant forces are eliminated. The area is secure.
Is it? I feel the room spinning. Like the ring. The ring is spinning. I'm going to.
How do you do it?
I'm trying to use my phone. Siri, call me a charge. No, not that.
Who are you calling? The Pillar of Autumn.
I'm going to get a taxi home now. I can't walk. Fohammer isn't coming. She said, this is as far as I can go. And she meant it.
Yeah, she did.
She abandoned me. So I need an Uber.
Good call. Get a taxi. Don't try to drive the Scorpion home. You'll crush the neighbor's Honda Civic.
Shut up. You stay here. You finished the show. I'm going outside to wait for the car thingy.
Fine. He's leaving. He's abandoning the mission just like Fohammer. Coward.
I heard that.
Well, to you, the listener, you brave, stupid soul who listened to 2 drunks ramble about a 25-year-old video game level for an hour, go play the game. Or don't. I don't care. Just bring me some water.
I found the switch. It was on the APP.
Good for you. Goodbye. And maybe some aspirin. Because tomorrow is going to be legendary difficulty on my hangover. Ah, fuck. Cut the feed.
Got it.